Welcome everybody, this is Naki Kimario and I will be your co-host for today. Welcome back to your favorite show, African Woman Open Talk Show. Now, just remember it doesn't matter where you are in the world, what continent you're in, as long as you are an African woman, we are talking right to you. Now, before we get into the topics of today, please remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Before we get into the topic, I want to introduce the one and only main host of the show, Prophetess Teresa. Welcome, Mama.
Thank you so much, Naki, for having me. Viewers all over the world, we love you, and we want to encourage you to become a better version of you. We want you to know that being an African woman, it doesn't mean that you can't make it in life. It doesn't mean that you can't go high. You can. And that's why we are here, to empower you, to talk to you with our experience, with what we go through, what we have gone through, you know, with our testimonies, and then you can be able to arise. So welcome and enjoy the show.
Yes, I am so excited for today. Now, as we all know, in the previous episode, we discussed on how an African woman goes through pain and how she can overcome it. But we also said that we were going to touch on how to be an African woman and to be a career woman. And our prophet spoke about how she was a career woman. And even though she went through so much pain and she went through so many challenges, she still overcame and became a guru in marketing. Now, I just want to ask, Mama, as an African woman, we go through so many challenges being career women because we are very suppressed in the African society. People don't really believe that we can become career women. I want to know, how can an African woman surpass all these challenges and still be able to pursue her career?
One thing I know is that if you're a woman and you want to get out of the box, because sometimes, because of our culture, it's like the African woman has been put in a box.
Yes,
and in this box has so many beliefs, myths. It puts you in a way that it's kind of, you're surrounded by barriers.
Yes, that's true.
And it's not because they're material per se barriers, but it's people who become barriers and the beliefs. You know? So, being a woman raised up in poor family and actually in a village where it's Masailand and women are not believed to take any high position, I can tell you, of course, it was very challenging and it was very kind of painful. But I thank God for my father because he always believed in me and encouraged me. But what made me come out of that box? It's the pain of poverty. It motivated me to push through, to break the barrier of poverty. What else motivated me? It's because I have always believed that I'm a woman, he's a man. I don't have to look like him. I don't have to try to be like him. I want to be just a woman. I have two hands, he has two hands, two legs. We are the same, kind of the same. So I can be who God has created me to be. So you've got to look at yourself and see who you are and the capabilities. Because when God creates every one of us, there's an assignment that is given to you. So a woman was created with an assignment. So you need to go deeper and see, what assignment am I living for? What did God create me for? Was I created to be just a flower girl in the house of a king? Or I was created to be more of, you know, just sitting at home and being an ordinary woman and become an extraordinary woman. So, of course, when we were discussing in the last episode, you asked me how it was I not intimidating men? And I said I was intimidating even women because we also have women who have been bought out by that idea that or perception that they cannot become greater than just being housewives or just being a beautiful daughter at home waiting to get a rich husband. So when they see you climbing like that, they feel intimidated because they believe in an office they should just be tea girls or secretary and not MDs. But you can imagine I retired as an MD.
Yes, and also touching on that, it's also another stereotype that I've heard that when you're single, when you're a woman, it's not easy for you to be on a high level in a corporate company or even in a business. But my prophet, you were single, you were a mother, and you were in a high position. So how did you do that?
It's simple. Boldness, courage, confidence. And remember, there's a time in one of the episodes I spoke about risk.
Yes.
Take responsibility. Fly with the initiative. Sacrifice.
Yes. Yes.
Go an extra mile.
Yeah.
Gain knowledge. If I can gain the same knowledge a man has, why would I not take the same position? Why would it be so difficult if I have the same knowledge?
Wow.
The only time a man can be ahead of me, it's if he has different knowledge from the one I have.
That's true.
So if we can sit in the same class with a man and a woman and we learn the same thing, then I can also do the same job that he can do.
Yes.
So of course, people believe that as a single woman, do you know why, do you know why actually people don't believe in giving high position to single women? Because they believe that single women are not responsible.
Yes.
And so I said you have to be responsible. Because they look at them that they have nothing that gives them that drive to go extra. So for myself, I thank God that my employer did not look at me as a woman. He looked at the capabilities. And it's high time for companies to stop looking at gender and to look at the capabilities that are in a woman. And to stop also looking at the status, the marital status. The marital status should not hold a woman who is smart. That woman can transform your company. I transformed so many companies, Remember, I came to Tanzania as an expert. And I worked here as an expert. And I did very well that I kept on changing companies, And I never went down. I kept on going high. So it's very clear. Women have to take confidence. They have to take courage. They have to be bold enough. And vice versa. Also, the people who are employing them, they need to know that they are able to do. And the bit of people thinking that you're single, you can't be responsible. Don't let it. Don't buy it. Don't let it consume you. Because let me tell you, you're a product of your thoughts.
Exactly.
Your thoughts influences your action.
Yes.
I think we'll talk more when we come back. But it is very clear that most African women, they have become who they are because of their minds, because of what they think.
That's true.
And how do you think? By what you've been hearing. You allow what you've been hearing to sit in your mind, then it goes into your heart and then consumes your strength and you become weak. So it is very important for you to filter what goes in your mind. Because what goes in your mind is what will give you strength to take a great action. And then you move forward.
Wow, thank you so much for that powerful answer, my prophet. Thank you so much for tuning in so far. We are going to go into a short break, but don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please, we will see you after this short break. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much for staying tuned and staying after our short break. Don't forget you're watching your favorite show, African Woman Open Talk Show. I hope that you have liked, commented, and subscribed. Now, before we went on our short break, we were discussing about how our prophet, you are a single mother, you came all the way from Kenya to Tanzania, and you were in a high position in marketing. But I also want to ask you another question. You were single, you were a mother, and you came all the way from Kenya. You held your high position. Did men not try to take advantage of you?
Of course, that's always a challenge with single women, and especially in corporate and in business in general, because men when they see a woman, they see food, they see a meal.
Yeah.
But it's up to you to be available to them as a meal or to be available to them as a treasure in their business, you know. So I would face those things. Remember, I was in marketing.
Yes.
So in marketing, you deal with the, you know, men and big bosses there. And it's very painful that they would want to take advantage of you. It's there.
Yes.
And I also faced it.
Yes.
But I'm a very principled woman, and I have always been principled. Because I look at what can sustain what I have.
Yes.
So one, you got to believe in yourself. You got to be skilled. You got to be competent. Most of the single women who are taken advantage of by men, it's because they need a favor of what they don't have. It's like an exchange, kind of.
Yes, exactly.
Because you're employed, you're beautiful, but you have no brains for that job. I'm not saying you don't have the five common sense you have, but you can find somebody. It's like, you know, you can find yourself working in an engineering company, but you have no experience of engineering.
Exactly.
But because you're beautiful, the boss felt, I can teach you a few things here you can do. But you see, if you know what you know, you are skilled, you are competent. They can't tell you anything.
Exactly.
They need you, and then you can deliver.
Yes.
You know, you are given a job, and within no time, it's there. So for me, I'll just tell the man, don't worry. But then I will prove myself with a job. I'll show you how I can do the job. And then when you see the job, you're like, whether she gives in or not, I need her.
Exactly.
So, as a woman, whereby you've been going through a situation whereby for you to get a promotion, to be able to go high in your career, to climb the ladder, men bother you. They want to take advantage of you. And it has caused so much pain in you because you're educated, but still there's this barrier of the fact that you're a woman. Men want to take advantage of you so you can go high. Hang on there.
Yes.
Go through that pain, but keep doing a good job. Gain more skills.
Exactly.
Go back to school. Learn more. Get knowledge. And keep on delivering. I am telling you, one day, one time, there will be an angel out there who will spot you and you'll find yourself promoted. And even that same man can promote you. Because even if he promotes a woman, another woman, just because the woman has given in, the boss will fail because this woman is not skilled. So the boss will not go high. So if the boss wants to go high, then he has to take somebody who is skilled because when we're subordinate does well, then you also go high.
Exactly.
You know, so women, be principled. Make a decision that I'm not going to ever exchange my dignity for anything. This is the temple of God, and I'm going to sustain it. So those challenges are there, and the pains are there. But as I said at the beginning, let this pain motivate you to work extra hard so that you can be able to climb.
I'm just curious, my prophet. I feel like this might encourage someone who's watching. What was your worst experience in, marketing and your career life?
It is when a man has to keep on frustrating you just simply because you can't sleep with him. So every project or every proposal you do, he has to send it back like 10 times. You can imagine, and you've been working the whole night just because you've said no. Gosh. It's very frustrating, and I know it frustrates a lot of women out there. And sometimes you find the man is married, so there's nothing for you actually. He just wants to, just to misuse you, So it causes a lot of pain, and it can demoralize you even from wanting to do better and to move forward. But one of the things that I've always stood with is believing in God and trusting in God and having faith in God. So I kept on hanging there with God, and He has always strengthened me, and He has always won for me. And you know what? You have Holy Spirit who lives inside you. He will teach you how to say no with wisdom. Because also remember, men, they have a certain ego. So you can't just go on the face and say no. You have to do it with wisdom, because you need that business. And you still need that man there. So I thank God. God has been my pillar.
Okay, not only were you a career woman, not only were you in marketing, but one thing that I can say is you're also a woman of God.
And I'm a businesswoman.
Yeah, exactly. You're both. I see you have businesses, you mentor people. So she's really up there. You're really up there, Mom. So as a person who's also in ministry, I might be going a bit off of the topic, but I really want to know. I'm sure you face challenges, especially as an African minister of God. It's very much a thing or a myth or a stereotype that a woman of God, well, to them, basically, it's not even supposed to be there, a woman of God. It's not supposed to exist. How do you face that as a woman?
I think it's a very broad topic, and I would like us to have a full session to discuss this. But in short, is that I'm encouraged because I read the Word. And again, get educated. Know your rights, and don't let people swing you left, right, and center. Be principled. Stand with what you know. Be surrounded by people who also understand, and they will push you through. My spiritual father supports me a lot as a woman to move forward. As we close, I would like to tell you as a woman, there is no barrier that you can't break. Names will always be there. But don't allow those names to suppress you. Don't be depressed because of what people believe in you. Believe in yourself. Believe that God created you with power to make it happen. The assignment you have, it is for moving things. The same way eyes have an assignment to see, to look. Ears, they have an assignment to hear. You know, cars, they have an assignment to move from one place to the other. You are on an assignment. God created you so you can also become a help to others. The pain you go through, the challenges you go through, they should make you become a better person. And they should also allow you to help others, because you gain knowledge, you gain wisdom. And it's not for you alone, it's for others. So don't let anyone suppress you. Don't lose hope in your career. Don't think that you can't climb just because men want to sleep with you. Don't give in. Don't give in. The body you have, it is the temple of God. And that body has to be maintained. You need to take good care of your body. You know, you need to eat well, and you need also to sleep well, and not to let men play with that body as though it's a football pitch. No, your body is something, it's something to treasure. You understand? It's something to treasure, and not with pressure, but with pleasure. So welcome to the club of women who moves the mountains.
Wow, thank you so much, my prophet. I hope a career woman who is African has been encouraged by today's episode. Thank you so much for staying tuned until the end of today's episode. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave your questions down below and we will be free to answer them for you. Please stay tuned for the next episode. We'll see you again.
I've just remembered something, Naki, before we close. There's a woman we talked about. This single woman, whereby the society believes that she can't make it on top there simply because she is single. I want to tell you, woman who is single, don't give in to that. Wake up. Kumekucha. You can arise. Just be principled. And the next time you go for an interview and they tell you they can't give you the job because you're single and they see like you can't be responsible, tell them, give me a chance.
Yes.
Just give me a contract for 3 months.
Yes.
And I will show you what I can do.
Yes.
I will do what my mother gave birth for me to do and what my God created me for. So please, ask them for a chance. Thank you.
Wow, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. Please stay tuned for the next episode that we have. Thank you so much for watching. We love you.
God bless you.